Hey guys, good evening. Happy Tuesday to you. This is Kim, independent designer with Chalk Couture and Chalk is Chic. I'm going to get this pulled up so I can see comments really quick. I hope y'all are doing super fantastic. We are going to be getting this party kicked off tonight and do some inking and etching. We're going to be inking on glass and then also glass etching on glass. And I will tell you that we do have instructions that we'll be posting here on the page. Hey Catherine, we do have instructions posting here on the page as soon as this live is over pretty much, so you can kind of sit back, relax, enjoy it. You don't have to sit and take notes or anything crazy, but we're going to be working with glass only tonight, not fabric, but essentially everything that we do with glass you can do with fabric. The cool thing is you don't have to do much, and it's not really that much different than doing chalk on a chalkboard. So we're going to start with this Gibson glass. Now I want to tell you, this is one of the only ones I have ever personally seen that says it's oven safe. Most of the time on the bottom of the glass you never see that it says oven safe. You see that it says dishwasher safe, microwave safe. Very seldom do you ever see that it says oven safe. I mean, that is like few and far between. So one thing I want to make sure and point out to you is, one, if you don't have a glass that says it's oven safe, don't panic. There are ways that you can heat set it. Other than doing panicking, don't panic, because you can put glass in an oven. You just have to do it safely. So we're going to talk about that as well. Before I start inking on the glass, I always clean off my glass with some alcohol. I do that for a variety of reasons. The major one is because we have oils on our skin, and you want to make sure that your glass that you are using is clean. So I'm just going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and just wiping that clean. I'm also going to go ahead and just clean off this other glass that we're going to use in just a few minutes, because that's also been on a store shelf. So make sure it is clean as well. So we are going to start first with our glass and ink. So our Couture ink has to be heat set. There are only two options really for you. If you're inking on fabric, you either have to have an iron or an easy press. You have no options. You have to heat set it. Otherwise, it's going to come off when you wash it. And to heat set on glass, you're just going to need your oven. So if you don't have an iron or an easy press, that kind of stinks. You're going to have to borrow one from somebody. But you can ink on any type of t-shirts, aprons, tea towels, any type of fabric, pillows, you name it, you can ink on it. The glass is pretty much the same way. It doesn't matter if it says oven safe. Again, this is one of the only glasses that I've ever seen that personally says oven safe. You do want to start by fuzzing your transfer really well. I line my transfer up, and then I start from the middle of my transfer and push out. I don't know if y'all can tell it very well, but this kind of has like a real beveled look to it. So you do want to make sure that your transfer is pushed down well, like these little bitty things right here. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So this little bitty kind of craziness right here doesn't matter because my silk screen area is pushed down. So if you have weird stuff all through here, like these wrinkles, those don't matter. What matters is your silk screen pushed down well. So if the answer to that is yes, you are ready to ink without any worries or concerns. So I'm going to use Bumblebee ink on this one. And my friends, this was out of stock for so long, and it came back in stock. Everybody was super excited. Finding goods to make ink and paste during the pandemic has been challenging, but nevertheless we are here and we have Bumblebee as a ink color that's back. So you want to always start off your silk screen. Start above it, don't start in the middle of it. When we're doing paste, it doesn't really matter where you are, but for ink purposes you want to start above it, and we're going to only ink in one direction. The reason why we ink in one direction is because you don't want to risk the chance of bleeding underneath the silk screen area. So you have your silk screen and you have your transfer pushed down. Well, if you kind of go this way and that way and it pulls and tugs, you can eventually pull up the transfer enough where you might have ink bleeding underneath, and it would just have to be washed off and redone. Okay, so when you're pulling off a transfer off of your cup, you want to pull kind of slowly. You do have to inevitably start in a corner, but you want to pull side to side or top to bottom. I pull kind of slow because I don't want to stretch my transfer. On glass surfaces in particular, your transfers kind of pull a little bit harder than just a normal chalkboard. So there is our very first project tonight. It is super duper cute. Oh, I forgot I'm zoomed in. Whoa, let me not throw that in your face. Oh, that was much. So this needs to dry. Anytime I'm doing ink on a glass, I always tell people to let it dry a minimum of anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. If you're in the South, it's going to take longer to dry than normal because of our humidity down here. So you need to make sure that you let them dry before you put them in the oven. So let's talk about oven heat setting. So we know this is oven safe, right? But you don't want to heat up glass with a big burst of heat. So I personally will take this after it's dry, stick it on a cookie sheet, and put it in an oven, a cold oven. Set your oven degree temperature to 350 degrees for 1 hour. Once the hour goes off, just turn off your oven, but leave this inside your oven. Don't take it out. Let it be inside your oven and cool on its own overnight. Now, since we know this is oven safe, you can go ahead and stick it in a hot oven. It's not going to hurt it, but since most of the things that we deal with are not listed as oven safe like this one is, I just remember those instructions about the 1 hour because it makes life a little bit easier when you don't have to remember multiple instructions, and it will work well for every single thing. So cold oven, I put it on a cookie sheet just in case a catastrophe happens. 350 degrees, set it for 1 hour, turn your timer and your oven off after the hour, leave it in overnight, let it cool off on its own, and then you can pull it out. It is then heat set. It is dishwasher safe, and you can put it in the microwave if you want to. I usually hand wash all of my glasses that I do. So that is heat setting a glass. Let's talk about one of my favorite things in the world to do. And I love this because you don't have to have any special things to do this. You don't have to have anything to heat set it. There's no wait time, really, besides the time that you're going to spend doing this. And it's just super fun. It's one of my favorite things in the world to show you how to do because we can use our transfers interchangeably between ink, paste, and glass etching, my friends. So super excited. So Armor Etch glass etching cream. I usually hold this up for a second so you can get a good screenshot if you're watching this on a replay. It is what we use for glass etching. Now, you can get this locally at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I got that off of Amazon because we were in the middle of a pandemic. But you can get it any craft store. We're going to take a transfer, a little mini. And I'm going to fuzz, 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 fuzz. So once I fuzz, we are going to line it up on our glass. This glass tumbler is $1 at Target. One of my favorite places to get these glasses just because they're really great quality and they're $1. And they're very, very good quality. Okay. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that you've probably never done glass etching before, and if you haven't, that's okay. What I would recommend doing is taking some placement tape or washi tape if you want to do washi tape, and put your bumper guards around your transfer. The reason I do this is because I get kind of crazy whenever I'm using ink and stuff. And this etching cream, if it touches your glass, it is done. I mean, it's going to be done for. So it's going to etch whatever it touches. So in an effort to keep it off of our glass, we're putting that placement tape buffer around it. So we have the placement tape around it, and I am going to take some Armor Etch. I'm going to get my clock ready. I got to set this really quick just so I won't forget. Okay, so I have my clock ready. I'm going to get my Armor Etch etching cream, and I'm going to take some etching cream using my multi-tool, and we're just going to glob it on our glass. And this doesn't stink, but you also don't want to sit and smell it. Probably best if you use gloves. I usually use gloves, but it's okay. I'm being super careful. You just don't want it to get on your skin. Okay, all of our globs of glass etching cream is on our surface. So, I am going to take my timer, set it for 5 minutes, and we are going to let this go. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do, once my timer is set, is I'm going to take a mini squeegee, and I'm going to squeegee the glass etching cream around. Why in the heck am I doing this? I just put globs of glass etching cream all over. Well, the reason why we're doing this is because the globs, sure, yes, they're on the glass, right? But whenever you're squeegeeing on and squeegeeing off your paste or your ink, you know, it wouldn't do anything unless you pushed it through the silk screen. So all we're doing, essentially, is pushing this through the silk screen. Now, I'm going to use my multi-tool to kind of move this back around. We're going to move it back around where it's all covering all the areas. And this is globby galore. This is one reason why I did the placement tape, because this transfer has a pretty big area that it covers. So you want to move it around, squeegeeing on your etching cream, making sure it pushes through that silk screen. And then you want to maneuver it back over your design, because it's got to sit there for the rest of the time. So we have 3 minutes and 35 seconds left of our glass etching cream. So let's talk really quick about our transfers. Transfer Tuesday for me is much more than just showing you how to ink, how to etch, because at the end of the day, guys, you can use our transfers interchangeably between every sort of medium. So you can use it with ink, you can use it with paste, you can use it with etching cream. The other thing that you can do is actually use paint with it. I particularly do not ever use paint with it. That's just me and how I roll. I feel very strongly that our products are pretty amazing, so I don't ever use it with paint, but you can. And we can use those interchangeably between ink, paste, etching cream. The transfer that I use today, I can use in just a few minutes after I wash it with paste. I can use it right away. So there's no delay. You just have to clean your transfer and dry it. So the cool thing is you can use our transfers interchangeably between the mediums. More importantly, I think you can use the transfers anywhere from 8 to 12 times. I would venture to guess, and this is just me, I've been doing Chalk Couture quite a long time, that the actual use time is quite a bit more, especially if you take care of your transfers really well. But of course, they have to have industry standards that they claim, and they claim anywhere from 8 to 12 times. Anything outside of that is great, you know, spectacular and super phenomenal. So what we're going to do is we are just going to wait for the last minute and 47 seconds of the etching cream to do its job. Now, normally I am in my kitchen doing cleaning or running this underwater, but because of Facebook Live and all its glory, I'm not going to send y'all on a roller coaster through my house. We are going to do the cleanup here. So what's going to happen is once the timer goes off, the etching cream has done its job. And hey Bethany, the etching cream has done its job. We're going to remove the glass etching cream. And then once we remove the glass etching cream, we are going to spray off the glass. But I'm going to show you all the steps really quick. It's super duper easy. The fun thing I love, if you're one of those serial wedding attendees or you get invited to a lot of weddings, this would be so super fun to do for a bride and groom, to do Mr. and Mrs. cups. We have made for each other transfer, super duper cute. You could do anything for Father's Day. The little cute Father's Day transfer that we have with the little mustache on it would be adorable. Just lots and lots of really, really cute things that you could do using glass etching. I've done so many different ones. I'm actually going to have to go take some of these up to my vendor spot because I'm developing a collection of glass etching because I don't want to keep every single one of them, but they are super cute. And again, this is from Target, $1. If you go to their glass section, it's on the very, very top shelf and just super economical. Very, very inexpensive, but beautiful gift when it gets all done. So we are 7 seconds away, and I am going to open up this because we're going to reuse our glass etching cream. There is our timer. So we're going to start first by squeegeeing off and putting it back into our container. Remember just to be very careful that if you, please don't get this on your skin if you're not using gloves. If you do, you need to go wash it right away. It is a chemical. It will burn. So you got to be kind of careful. Okay. So we have all the glass etching cream off. Here is what's going to happen. We have our little bumper guards that we need to remove. But golly Bill, I'm so glad that they were there, right? I was just like, maybe we'll use these because I get a little bit crazy. And this transfer is pretty close to the edge. So I was very thankful that we had this on there. So we're just removing our little bumper guards to keep Kim's crazy glass etching off the thing. Now we're going to remove this. So we want to be extra careful. If you're using gloves, especially, you want to check your hands to make sure you don't have any etching cream on you. And then we're going to start in a corner. And we're going to peel up. And I try to peel as best I can in the middle. I just peel kind of slow so I don't slosh this etching cream around. And then we're going to set that right there. Now let me show you this because this is my favorite part. Part of me wishes it was this dark, and then part of me is like, no. It does not need to be this dark. So look at that. How beautiful and gorgeous. This is part of our French Country minis. It's a little bee. So cute. This is not how it's going to end up though. Let me show you really quick. So by magic of Facebook Live, we're going to use a spray bottle here. And I'm just going to spray with water. Now, if I was in my kitchen, oh, come on, spray bottle. Hold on just a second. I know it's full because I've already filled it up. There it goes. I think it was stuck at the bottom. If I was in my kitchen, I would do this under cool running water. But because I'm in my craft room, we're doing it by magic of Facebook Live here. And just spraying water on it. Okay. So now here comes the fun part. I love this part. It's my favorite part. We are going to dry this off so you can see the end result. So again, the cool thing I love, there's a couple of benefits to glass etching. One, it's glorious and just beautiful. You don't have to have somebody's favorite color. Let me hold that up where you can see it. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better. You don't have to have somebody's favorite color. Once it's glass etched, it's done. You don't have to heat set it. And the cool thing is, once you do that, our transfer, let me use this fuzz towel I don't care about. I'm going to keep this in the visual so y'all see it is the same transfer. Once you clean it, all we're doing is cleaning it off, getting all that glass etching off. We're going to spray the other side just like we normally would clean our transfers. But once you do this, guys, it's done. And the cool thing is you can use our transfers interchangeably between ink, between paste, between glass etching cream. This is truly one of my things that I just absolutely love about our transfers. The versatility is unbelievable. I don't know many crafts where you can use the same thing with different mediums. Most crafts make you have one set for this one set for that one set for that one. I just want to show you it's reusable right away. So I'm going to reverse this cup. I'm going to put this on here. We used Bumblebee ink earlier, so let's use Bumblebee ink again. And I want to show you what it looks like using ink. And again, y'all, this is one of my favorite things to show because I love to show the versatility of our product. There's nothing worse than buying something and having to buy another thing because you want to do something different with a thing you already own. I know that I've done crafts and stuff before where that is a deal. And it's just so annoying because I'm like, okay, you already got my money once. Why are you going to get more money out of me just because I want to do something else with it? And it always annoyed me for the people that are creative to have to go spend more money to do something else with something they already own. It just never made sense to me. So I love our transfers for that reason. Let me show you what it looks like in Bumblebee. So if you want to get bold, you can use our ink. If you want simplistic and elegant and just simply gorgeous, you can use our glass etching, or the glass etching, not our glass etching since we don't own it. But see the difference? Like, I mean, I love the ink. It's beautiful, right? It would still be gorgeous on a glass, but I love the simplicity of the glass etching too. It's just super, super gorgeous. So all of the information about etching, or not etching, rather, the heat setting for ink is going to post here on the page shortly after the live tonight. I hope that you found this informative. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk about waxing, what to wax, what not to wax. It's What the Wax Wednesday. Basically looking at how you can protect your investment because, guys, I don't want you to come to me and tell me, oh my gosh, I ruined my transfer. This happens. But I also want to educate you about waxing. So tomorrow night it's going to be all about waxing, what to wax, what not to wax, how to wax, when you need to wax, all of those things. It's Waxing Wednesday, and we're going to have loads of fun. So I hope you'll join me then. If you have any questions, let me know. We are almost halfway through the party, so if you do want to place an order, you can message me if you want to take advantage of party specials up at the top underneath the announcements. But y'all have a good evening. I look forward to chalking, inking, who knows what we're going to do. All of that is coming forward tomorrow. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.